Cheers to Black Love.
Cheers to Black Love.
I'm about to get towed up in here. My name's Adam. I'm 27, and I'm the owner of Bag Season, and I work at a holistic retirement planning company. We sell life insurance, annuities, a whole host of different things.
And I'm Amira. I'm a Vegas native, and I'm a medical esthetician, and I'm 25 years old, 25 and 5.
Sweet.
Let's take this. Okay. This is so cute. Love it, love it. Get the details. Ooh. What are your thoughts on sex on the first date versus waiting?
Okay. So for a long time, I was just like, I think sex on the first date is okay. If the vibes are vibing and you kind of like, you guys are hitting it off, and I really think it depends on where you're meeting and like what kind of the vibe is. But I think sex on the first date is okay. Only because I've been in situations where I hit it off with a person like real quick, and it may just be that first couple, like that first initial meeting, and then we probably won't talk again. But it just depends on like kind of what you're looking for at the time of your life, you know.
I think sex on the first date is fine with two consensual adults making that decision that they want to have sex on the first night. Why not?
Yeah.
You gotta test drive it before you buy the car, before you take it off the lot. So why not? And I think it doesn't always have to be like a one night stand either. Sometimes you have sex with the person on the first night because you feel comfortable with them, and you're like, oh, this connection I really haven't felt with anyone else. Like, let's explore this next deeper connection, and then you end up together forever. You never know. We didn't have sex on the first night, but hey.
I was trying to.
He was trying, but no.
No, I definitely had our first night. I got a lot of respect for Amira. So like, I had to court her. Like,
just a little.
We hung out a couple different times before we even like got to that point where she was in my room. And when she got in my room, she stayed the night, and we didn't have sex. So I was like, all right.
Slept. But that's okay. Like,
that's cool.
If the circumstances were different, we might have, but it was just a different situation. So I think that's our thoughts on sex on the first night. You know, that's a good question. I like that.
All right. It says, describe your partner in 3 words. You can start. Go ahead.
Okay, how would I describe my partner in 3 words? A leader. An entrepreneur. And you're sweet. I don't know. Like, you're so sweet. Like, okay. The side that I get of you, you're just so like, oh.
Okay.
I just want to hug on you all the time.
That's fair. Okay, 3 words. I need to find the right words, because like
you're not gonna get in trouble. Just be authentic.
One of a kind.
I like that.
Right. One of a kind and authentic.
That's a good one.
Is that the same as one of a kind?
No. Pretty.
I'm just kidding. I don't know. No, I'm like trying to find, because I want to say elegant, or like, you told me a word that I never even heard of before. I was gonna say that. I regal. She's like regal. Like, when she gets dressed up, when she's like feeling herself, she's in a vibe. It's like real like glitz and glamour, and like reminds me of like glitter and like.
Aww, you're sweet.
Yeah. So regal is the 3rd one. She's regal.
I love
if you don't know what it means, you gotta look it up. Yeah.
That's the word of the day.
Word of the day. Regal.
Okay. Next one. How did this run our halfway mark? Okay.
Halfway we getting drunk.
That's. I keep getting the spicy ones. Okay, where's the most interesting place y'all have had sex before?
I gotta think about that.
I gotta think too. Without, getting anybody upset.
Incriminate ourselves. car situations.
I was say think about where we literally just had a date night. Where were we at?
Is it the town square parking lot? Don't tell nobody.
Y'all are going to jail.
Literally, we're in the town square parking lot by the Guitar Center.
She was like looking up.
Oh, that makes it fun sometimes. You know, it's a little scary. I try not to be in my head. I try to like let my body relax. But I was definitely nervous. The security.
That was a date night. We was trying to spice it up for our date night. You know?
Facts.
Yeah,
You know, when you're a parent, I guess we sound boring. Like, go in the car.
It was definitely spicy though.
Coochie.
Coochie.
I almost said something so crazy. Y'all be good already. I'm sorry.
Okay.
You're doing some corny stuff. Okay.
Oh, this is bomb.
That's a lot.
This is fire. I like the cotton candy. It's like a thick one too.
I do. Look at the rim. Thought out. Love that. I love detail. I like the color of it. I like the cotton candy on top. It definitely adds a little flair.
It's sweet, but it's like not like a crazy too sweet. It's like this is I like this. I like this a lot.
I'm gonna have to book y'all. Hold on. Little private intimate event. I like this. Yes.
All right. What does black love mean to you?
I think it's strong and it's powerful. I think it's unique. I think there's a lot of things that kind of play into black love. We understand each other on a different level. We cater to each other's needs in a certain way that only specifically, black people understand and know. I think it's authentic even when it doesn't look like a typical we're just perfect. Like, we can definitely be real with each other, like out of love. Like, this is where we need to change or excel, or we're doing a great job at.
Yeah.
How do you feel about black love?
For black love, I think it's innovative. I think it's something that we can kind of use to an advantage, right? In a way that is like, let's say, for example, we can use it as a whole business model in a way. People are on social media using black love as their whole MO for their content creation. And I think it's something that's new that may not have been something that has been televised or so mainstream. So that's why I think it's innovative. I think since it's so kind of like a new thing for other cultures to be able to realize and understand and like dive into, when it comes to content, black love is being televised to the world at this point through social media, right? So we have black content creators that are showing us what it looks like for a black man and a black woman to build families, build wealth, build, educate each other. And I think it's being presented in a way that we've never seen before in history. So,
another thing to tap onto that with black love, I think black love feels safe. It feels safe. And I feel safe with you. And I've dated outside of my race before you, and it's like, I am not a person that says you shouldn't date outside of your race. Because I think it's cool. I think, by the time that we're having grandkids, we're all going to literally be one race at this point. But I think there's a certain level of like safety on a black man's side that, a black woman can give him. And I think the same thing with, a black man giving that to a black woman. Because I feel like black women, we hold it down. We built this country. And we need to feel safe. And I think Black men know how to love a Black woman and make them feel safe and make them feel vulnerable. And that, I think once you're starting to talk, I'm like, no, it feels safe. I feel safe with you. I feel like heard. I feel seen. I feel understood. And it's like, no question. We were just at the store talking one day, and I was just like, there's just certain stuff in our relationship that we just know. It's unspoken, and we don't have to talk about it. And I think I didn't realize it then, but I think it's because we are Black, and it is because of our Black love.
Wow. Turn me in.
I think I'm gonna take half of it. So. Salud.
Suggesting the shot and only taking half is crazy.
I'm already sweating.
I'm a new mom, so this drinking is it's a little scary for me right now. I want to be on the floor. Okay, let's do this. I love this.
This is fun. You guys put on a very good show.
Yeah.
A very good show.
Yes.
Oh, this is a long one.
Oh, I like this though. In what ways do you honor or respect each other's individuality within the relationship? This is really good.
Okay.
Do you want to go first, or do you want me to go first?
Wait, say it again.
In what ways do you honor and respect each other's individuality within the relationship?
Yes. Okay. I think for me, how I think about it and how I've gone about it through the years is always trying to learn from Amira's perspective, asking her questions about her past, seeing where she came from, how she views life, how she understands things, listen to her, try to be an active listener, like in a way that's like, okay, let me put myself in, because we have two different backgrounds, so I have to listen to her and see how her upbringing, her family influence, the things that she's been through kind of like align with her and what she's saying and how she's expressing it. And like, I then like, okay, I can see that, and then I can come from a way more understanding approach when I'm responding to her from my background, from my understanding, and give examples on how I can relate to that. And I think just to bring it full circle with the question, I think I like to active listen. One, I think she enjoys that. She likes to talk, so I'm like, let me make sure that I'm following along with what she's saying, and then being able to respond in a way where she feels heard and seen, and the relatability, where it's like, oh dang, okay, well I said this and it may have been crazy, or whatever she thinks in her mind, it may have been like something that she was just authentically just saying, and me not making her feel like she's crazy for thinking that or saying that, and bringing it in and relating and making her feel human. So those are just different things that I try to approach our love with, is just being able to make her feel seen and heard.
Okay, I love that. I think in ways like actual specific examples that I like honor and respect your individuality, understanding that your schedule and my schedule kind of looks different. So sometimes you're an early riser and you are late to bed, and I am not that type of person. Like, I like to be an early riser and then, oh sorry, I touched this mic. I like to be an early riser and then like sometimes go to bed early, I like to chill, and I think how I honor and respect that is understanding that sometimes, you're going to be up late and you might come to bed late, and I'm not going to always take it personal, and honoring it is staying up with you sometimes. I'm going to be by your side, helping you do whatever you do, whatever your goal is, putting my insight on it, helping you, understanding, even sometimes like just asking you questions about a new project that you're working on if I don't know. Like, I try to kind of dive into your interests and see what you like, so that you just feel that type of support. And I feel like that's a respect thing. Like, I respect each new business venture that you try out. I respect that you're gonna do as best as you can and try to do, try to work with the resources that you have. I also think that I try to speak positivity into you, even if I don't all the way see the vision. So if I'm like, this doesn't make sense, this, these are all the holes I can poke in it, but I'm still gonna at the end of the day say like, hey, I think you can do it. These are the ways that I think, you might need help or you might need to focus on a little bit more. But I think always just kind of supporting, even if I don't see the vision in the beginning, is how I honor and respect your individuality. I let you go do things, and especially being a new parent, this first year, everyone says it's so hard. And I feel like I have to remind myself to be gentle with him, be gentle with myself, and just kind of still let us go do things. Even if it's like the gym, he loves to work out, he loves to be active, and it's just like, go take your time. Even if it's like you've worked all day, you did this, you did that. I've been with the baby all day and you need that time. Go take that time. Go do what you need to do.
That's one. Amira, she definitely she does that. And one thing that I really love about you is like when we first started dating. So I had my brand bag season since 2018, and the first day we kind of hung out, like vibe down in my room, she had the shirt on, we was taking content videos, and I'm like, I love this, you feel me? I'm like, I don't really at the time, like I wasn't really showing my face like that on camera, and I wasn't like diving into content like that, but like I had a little tripod at the time. I'm like, you know what? And we had some good lighting, and she had my shirt on, and I still have those videos and those little gifts to this day, and I'm just like, dang. And ever since, like, she's always gonna rock the brand, and I think she has seen my vision. I'm always like, I get in these zones where I'm like, oh yeah, it's bag season. And I'm like zoned into different goals that I got planned and things that I want to do for the year. And she's always right there. And yes, she's going to be there to support me and like, wear the brand and like promote it and network with people and introduce me to different individuals. But she's also going to challenge me and ask me the hard questions that a lot of people in my circle don't ask me, so I definitely respect that.
Thank you. I'm your biggest fan, always. Even when we did that convention that one time, there was no direction, there was no focus, there was no game plan.
She damn near she's selling shit better than I am. I'm like, hold on, damn, this is my space, and she
eating you up?
Yeah, talk to the girl in the front. She gonna get you right.
Like, yeah, whatever she said. How much was that?
Yeah. So I'm just like, damn, like, it's just certain things that I just respect wholeheartedly, and I'm like, I can't give it up to for the grass ain't always greener on the other side. I've been there. We split.
Yeah, we were split for about a year and a half.
A year and a half.
Yeah.
And
we were split for about a year and a half.
I had a whole nother girl.
Well, listen, we could break it down. We ain't gonna go there. Yeah, but yeah, we was dating. I was dating.
It was cool.
We needed it.
I think we needed it. She was 21, fresh. I got her fresh, and for me being a little bit older than her, I was 23. I'm like, okay, I've been there, done that. I want me a girl that's low-key fresh, that ain't like jaded and out here thinking that she may need to strip at some point or like doing this and doing that. Like, she came from a loving mom.
Even sorry to cut you off. But let me say this right now: ain't nothing wrong with stripping. Ain't nothing wrong with that at all. You are not less of a woman or man if you do that.
Yeah, I found a different respect for people in the entertainment that field, because I'm like, what? Oh, if you got the body for it, what? It's easy. You really don't got to even do too much to make money.
People hate on it because they can't do it.
I think that's yeah.
That's it. And it's not even about like how you look and the type of body that you have. I mean, in Vegas, yes, and let's just be real, it is. We ain't gonna go there. It's very colorist, and they have a certain type that they want at every single place. But that's a whole different conversation.
I think it's a mindset thing.
But yeah, if you have the mindset that you want to get money and literally you talk to people and convince them to give you your money, you could pitch it as a sales job when you get out of the game. Like, come on.
Yeah, I did sales for 20 years.
Yeah.
The time that we split, we broke up for about a year and a half.
Yeah.
And I had a whole nother relationship. She was out dating. And for me, it was a time. For me, I was looking, so I think I was saying I think we needed it. She was 21, fresh. And I'm like, for me, I was 20, 23. I was like, I've been there, done that. I'm like, I kind of want me a girl that hasn't been in the streets like that or haven't been jaded. Like I can show her new things. I was also working on the strip, and I had a super good job. I was working at the Skyfall Lounge on the 64th floor of the Delano. So some player shit, and so we're having to do these different outings and these different things.
And it
I'm
was like
taking
fly
her
with me. I was
out.
eating it up.
She was beautiful. I'm like, oh yeah, I got me a nice black woman on my side. Like, and she like I said before, she came in and she was supporting me, support my dreams, my brand, and I was like, oh man, this is awesome. Like I was feeling like I was at the top of the world, and there's COVID happened, and we spent a lot of time together. I had different roommates, but we lived in a pretty big house. Upstairs, downstairs, I had a whole freaking
beautiful backyard.
Nice backyard. I had a downstairs office, and like we had a space, another like room where we were doing photo shoots. We were doing
we were pumping out a lot of content,
t-shirts.
Yeah, a lot of art was happening in 2020.
A whole lot of art. It was a dope time. So we had a good time, but I think we got to the point where I'm like, we spent a lot of time together. She was getting to the point where she was like, I
was just graduating school from being an esthetician. So there's a lot of transformation happening with the whole world being shut down. It was like trying to figure out where I wanted to be at, what I wanted to do. And he was already an entrepreneur, and he pushed me every single time. Get it, pay it. Scare money don't make money, do it. Go for it, fail, try again. And it was just like, I needed that. I needed that for sure.
Yeah, and so I think there was some resentment that built up with us, like, in that time. And she was 21, fresh, and she wanted to, I knew she was in the back of her mind like, dang, do I do this my whole life?
Yeah, am I ready to settle down?
And I'm like, let me not to like force you into anything. Like, she was like, she brought up like, well, maybe we should like split up. Like, you know what? Maybe we should. And sure enough, we did. We had a couple different arguments in here and there, but like we really loved each other.
There was nothing that broke us up that was turmoil. We did not end on terms that was like, F you, I don't want to see you again, you're a liar, you're this. It was so good that we left on amicable terms because it was so easy to go back. It wasn't like,
I feel so mature, and I'm never the one to like try to be on that toxic shit. I don't like none of that.
Yeah.
If you start saying some stuff that I think is toxic and I don't like, I'm trying to nip that in the bud ASAP.
Yeah. And
if it continues to happen, then you can shake. And I try to work with Amira and work through our differences and be the bigger person, how that, you got to be the person that takes first or whatever. I try to do all of that because of the fact that like I want to be the man that fights for our love and things like that, because I've let it go, and luckily we came back, and we have a beautiful daughter. Oh, I miss her. I miss her right now.
Yeah, I'm like, I can't forget it.
But like, I'm just happy for all the decisions that we made. That time that we split apart, I think we needed it.
I think we did too. Let's do the last question.
This is the last question.
We'll be your
I know. All right, anyways. Yeah. All right, how do you navigate societal expectations and stereotypes as Black people, as a Black couple? How do you navigate societal expectations and stereotypes as a Black couple?
Ooh.
Expectations and stereotypes?
Oh yeah, there's a lot of stereotypes and certain levels of like things that they expect Black couples to be. They want us to be like Black love and you strong Black man, and a Black woman supports her Black man.
King.
Yeah, no, like the stereotypes behind that.
I kind of like them.
I do when it's not hotep-ish, when it's not, the black woman is just in that kitchen and that's where she's at. Like, no.
Right.
Because we have different dynamics where I've made more money than him and I've had to cover more of the household. He's made more money than me and he's had to cover the household. And we never look at each other and be like, ugh. I think we have a certain level of like power dynamics that we want. Like, of course, I want him to be a provider, but there's so many more ways other than financial that he provides for our family that, like, if I became a millionaire, he a millionaire too. He got it. If he became a millionaire, I got 999 of that, and you a little budget. You got your little stipend. You got your little allowance, okay? But we like that stereotype of that too, or like, I don't know, there's just certain stereotypes, like you have to stick it out. You don't want to talk about divorce and da-da-da. And I think we're in this new age of like, we're different, we're Gen Z. Are you technically millennial?
I'm technically a millennial, for real.
Oh,
I think millennial ends on like I'm 1996.
Yeah, I think so.
That's crazy. I'm like, dang, I feel like the baby out of all the people that have been the .com era and all that stuff. I'm like, damn.
But yeah, like just society and what they want a black couple to look like. Yeah, what is the question all the way again before I just start remembering?
So it says, how do you navigate societal expectations and stereotypes as a black couple?
I think we always come back to where our goals are as a couple.
Yeah.
We don't look at where everyone else is doing. We don't look at what society wants us to do, what our parents want us to do, what other people think, or other people around us think we should do. We kind of say what works for our lifestyle right now, because we aren't married and we have married friends, we have single friends, we have, we have all types of friends, domestic partnership friends, like all types of things. And I think what we've learned is just like, we have to navigate what works for us. So if one of us being the leader at a certain point in time looks good and it's not according to society how it looks like, that's just what it is. And it flows for us, and we don't let anyone make us feel uncomfortable about what we're doing, because we've talked about it, we stand firm in it because it works for us. So I think that's how we kind of navigate when they're like, well, Amira, or the woman should and the man should be in this place. We're like, okay, that might work for you, but it's not going to work for us.
That's facts. I don't think we internalize none of that stuff. So she's completely right, and I think we also see different couples on social media that we're like, oh, this would be so, we could do this. This is tight. I think like this is what we're striving for, and I think that's fair, and that's it can be healthy on how we do it, because I don't follow like a lot of stuff like that on social media, but it pops up on my feed. And we have these different conversations on like what our goals are and how they can kind of like align with where we're trying to be. We want that internet money. We want to get paid. Like, if you guys want to book us for some black love, some
content, some we love it. We're
travel content.
We love to travel. We actually definitely love to travel. We love to do other things.
We have a vision in mind, and we're striving towards it every day. We're blessed to be on this interview. We thank you guys for
thank you guys so much. This was an amazing opportunity. I would love to work with you guys again.
This is an alignment.
Please, let's just do this again. I love this.
Yeah, so this is an alignment with what we're kind of trying to do with our family content and building a brand. And so like, we will take the bits and pieces and leave the things that we don't need.
Yeah. I feel like we should end this like with like a little piece of advice, because I feel like I have a piece of advice.
Okay.
My piece of advice to single people are newly relationships, or they've been together for a long time and they feel like this is kind of getting routine. I think you should always be a student of love. And I was just thinking that right now, because I'm constantly learning him. He's changing. So what he wanted in the past is so different from what he wants now. And so I feel like I'm always trying to learn how to please him, how to love him, what can I do to add benefit to your life? I'm always asking him that. What do you need right now from me that I can help you? Like, if he's busy, I see that he has this. What do you need me to help you? And I think I'm always in a place of being a student, always being in a place of like learning. wanting to learn you. And I'm always listening to podcasts, reading books, reading articles, even talking to friends that are married now. Because I have married friends. I'm like, what? I was just single. Like, what you mean we got married friends now? And so, like, I'm always just trying to learn. So being a student of love is, like, kind of my piece of advice.
That's a good one. She took mine. Yeah, I think for me, it's definitely being self-aware and knowing where you are in life, what your goals are. One of my key points to that is writing down your goals and making sure that they're clear. Being clear. If you can write down what you're gonna do the next day, the day before, and the night, bet you have a way smoother day going into the different things that you're moving towards. So I think I take more of a day-to-day approach and map out different things that I need to do to move my family forward on a day-to-day. And I think she's looking more at a holistic approach a lot of times. And so when we get together and we start having these conversations, it's like, she's like, well, we want to do this, we want to do that, we want to be here.
And we have monthly
eventually.
meetings.
Yeah.
We sit down and act like our family and our life is a business.